Okay, so this news that just came out, I'm going to show you the tweet that came out about an hour ago. And when I first read it, I thought it was a joke. But it seems like it might not be a joke. At least there's some evidence to suggest it might not be a joke. Here is the tweet. The story is that Greg Gianforte, who is the Republican House candidate in the Montana special election, which is being held tomorrow, and it's somewhat close of a race, reportedly, between Greg Gianforte, who is the bald guy in the picture up there, and Rob Quist, who's the guy with the cowboy hat on. So here's the tweet that just came out an hour ago. You ready? I'm going to show you this. Ben Jacobs, who's a reporter, I forget where he's a reporter for. Hold on a second. I'm going to look this up and make sure I can get you the right information here. Ben Jacobs is a reporter for The Guardian in England, and he tweeted out an hour ago, Greg Gianforte just body slammed me and broke my glasses. And so that was his tweet. Ben Jacobs said, Greg Gianforte just body slammed me and broke my glasses. Now, obviously, if it is true that Greg Gianforte body slammed a reporter and broke his glasses for no reason, like not in self-defense or something, that could be a big issue for Gianforte tomorrow in the election. Now, let me say one other thing. I do remember Ben Jacobs during the election was very anti-Trump. So I'm not saying he's lying about this. I'm just saying he is very well, at least he was very anti-Trump. I actually stopped subscribing to him on Twitter a few months ago because I couldn't stand the anti-Trumpness of it all. But I'm not saying he's lying in this case, you know. Now, also, it's not just him. There's this woman, Alexis Levinson. So let me come back to me for a second, then I'm going to get her tweets up. So originally I was like, well, he's just saying that. It could be a joke. I don't know what's going on. But let me show you something else here. Excuse me while I get this up on the screen, and then I will go to it. Now, I'm using a bit of a new system here today, so pardon me while I deal with all this stuff. Okay, here we go. We're going to go back. This is from Alexis Levinson, and Alexis Levinson, hold on, let me tell you where she's from. Alexis Levinson is a BuzzFeed news reporter, okay? So here is Alexis Levinson's Twitter feed. I'm going to show you now. So this is up to date right now. This is up to date. This is her Twitter feed. 18 minutes ago, which is the most recent one, she said, Gallatin County sheriffs now taking witness statements. Let's keep going back in time. Here's a photo from my colleague. Gianforte just left. The event was supposed to end an hour and 15 minutes ago. So apparently Gianforte left this meeting. You know what I'm going to scroll down. Let me go back to the beginning of her tweets. As you can see, she's tweeted a lot. This is Alexis Levinson from BuzzFeed News. So let me just, again, let me remind you, this is what the story is. The story is that tomorrow there is a special election for the House seat that Ryan Zinke vacated when Ryan Zinke became Interior Secretary. And this election tomorrow, there's been a lot of money poured into it because it's seen as like there's only a couple of special elections going on in the next couple of months, and they're seen as like really important, especially on the left, because it's like, hey, if the left can win one of these previously Republican seats, that really show that Trump isn't doing well and give a lot of motivation to the left. So there's a lot of money coming into these races nationally. And the Republican candidate is Greg Gianforte, and he's been up a bit in the polls, but the race has perhaps been tightening. Anyway, the story that came out was a reporter, Ben Jacobs, tweeted out about an hour ago that Greg Gianforte just body slammed me and broke my glasses. And when I was looking for some confirmation of this, and Jake Seals, heads up to Jake because he also let me know about Alexis Levinson, that I found her Twitter page, and I want to show you what she started tweeting. So this is where her tweets begin. You can see it right here. The 44 minutes ago, she said, "So I was there for this, still am." So let me move down a little bit. So you can see there, that's Ben Jacobs' tweet where it says, Greg Gianforte just body slammed me and broke my glasses. And so soon after that, Alexis Levinson says, "So I was there for this, still am." All right, let's keep going. What did she say next? She says, "Wanted to wait a bit to tweet because I'm not sure I've seen anything like this before." Okay, my question was, well, what exactly did she see? So let's keep going. "This happened behind a half-closed door, so I didn't see it all. But here's what it looked like from the outside." So caution here, it doesn't look like she actually saw the incident itself. But let's keep going. This is what Alexis Levinson says. Ben walked into a room where a local TV crew was set up for an interview with Gianforte. So Ben is Ben Jacobs, the reporter who's claiming he was body slammed. Then Alexis Levinson says, all of a sudden I heard a giant crash and saw Ben's feet fly in the air as he hit the floor. So she didn't directly see how Ben hit the floor. So that's one thing to be noted. Also, one thing I'm noting here, I'm not saying this couldn't have happened, but there is obviously very good motivation for Greg Gianforte to not body slam a reporter the day before the election. So if I'm going to believe this, I need to have pretty compelling evidence that it's true. I'm not saying I won't believe it eventually. It's just, I'm just showing you what I have. Now, all Alexis Levinson has said so far is that she heard a giant crash and saw Ben's feet fly in there as he hit the floor. Okay, let's keep going here. Heard very angry yelling, as did all the volunteers in the room. Sounded like Gianforte. So she heard some yelling from the room, sounded like him. That doesn't tell us too much. Let's see. Let's keep going. I can't quite remember the order, but the next few things were someone slamming the door, Gianforte's spokesperson walking into the room. Okay, let's keep going with her eyewitness account. Ben walked out holding his broken glasses in his hand and said, he just body slammed me. Keep going. The aide came over and told him he had to leave. He told the reporter who claimed he got body slammed he had to leave. Ben Jacobs left. Gianforte and his aide went into a room and closed the door. Okay. They stayed there for about 10 minutes. Okay. Then they walked out and only the aide came back in. Okay. So they walked out of the building, I guess. And then we have this. Here we have a picture here of the outside. And it says this is the scene outside. And it looks like there's a police car. Let me get this a little better for you. There's a police car and an ambulance. That's a scene outside this event that Gianforte was at. Okay, let's keep going here. There are cops here too. And the firefighters told me they were talking to someone inside, but I don't know who. Then she says, and Gianforte's aides have been behind closed doors in and out since then. Okay, let's keep going. Gianforte is now in a car with aides driving away. That was a half an hour ago. And Alexis Levinson then says, he is leaving the event without speaking. I asked his aide what is going on and he wouldn't answer. So that's very odd. This is a campaign event the night before the special election and he's leaving it without speaking. Let's keep going here. Here's the photo from my colleague. This is Blake Montgomery from BuzzFeed, apparently, I'm guessing, saying Gianforte just left. The event was supposed to end an hour and 50 minutes from now. Okay, let's keep going. Gallatin County Sheriffs now taking witness statements. So that, as far as I'm aware, is the last, let me go back to me. That is the last tweet from Alexis Levinson. So let's take stock, and then I'm going to try to get more news for you. Greg Gianforte is running as the Republican candidate in the Montana special election tomorrow. He had a campaign event tonight. Ben Jacobs, this reporter, shows up. Ben Jacobs tweets out, Gianforte just body slammed me and broke my glasses. We just saw an eyewitness account from Alexis Levinson of BuzzFeed News, where she said, I didn't see the actual body slam, but I saw Ben hit the ground, I saw his broken glasses, and I saw Ben say to me, Gianforte body slam me, and I saw Gianforte leave the event really early without speaking. And now the cops are taking statements or something. So a lot of uncertainty here. What I want to do next is I'm just coming to this story now. So I'm going to check some sources, some Twitter sources, and see what else I can find. And as I find it, I will show it to you. If you have any comments on this, feel free to write me. Twitter is the best place to reach me. You can also get me on email too. I am at Lookner on Twitter, at Lookner. That information is on your screen below. Let me see what I can find here. Okay, I have a video. Here's what I'm going to show you right now. We'll run this live. We'll do it live. Okay, so this is a tweet I just found, okay? Now this tweet is from 5 minutes ago. It's from somebody named Lauren Jambino. Who is she? Can I figure that out? She is from The Guardian. The Guardian is the same place that Ben Jacobs works. And Lauren Jambino writes, Ben Jacobs asked Greg Gianforte about healthcare. Gianforte blows up. So apparently we're going to get some audio on this. So let's see what this video is about. I think this is tonight. I'm going to click play, and hopefully it's not profane, but let's see what we get here.
make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what you
We'll
thought
talk
about
to you about that.
Oh, I apologize. So before I begin, okay, this is not video, it's just audio. I'm going to start it again. This is just audio, supposedly, of what happened tonight, the exchange between Ben Jacobs and Greg Gianforte. So let me play this. Sorry.
to the CBO score, because you know you were waiting to make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what you thought
We'll
about
talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I just curious if you
Okay,
have
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
Wow.
You last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
So I can get the Honda pedals. Can I get you guys' names? You just body slammed me.
Okay, I'm going to play that again, and I apologize. I was listening to it here, which I have to do, and you might have been hearing it on my mic. Oh, you know what I'll do is I'll mute my mic. So let's play it again. I'm going to play that again. This supposedly is audio from tonight of Greg Gianforte. Supposedly, allegedly, this is audio of the incident where Ben Jacobs from The Guardian asked Greg Gianforte a question, and Greg Gianforte body slammed in. And there was a voice, if that's Gianforte's voice, whatever voice it was saying like, you know, you guys, really angrily, you guys do this every time, get the hell out of here. So let's listen to this again. I'm going to mute my mic so I can listen to this along with you. I'm going to play this again. I'm sorry, I think you might not be able to hear this. Let me try it one more time. I apologize, guys. I'm doing a lot of things at once here. Hold on. I might have had the sound off on the output. So I'm going to do this one more time. Ready? Here we go. Now, for real, you're going to be able to hear this audio. I totally apologize. I just messed up. Here we go. Here we go.
You last guy did the same damn thing.
You just into the CBO score, because you know you were waiting to make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what you thought
We'll
about
talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you
Okay,
have the
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last guy that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the Guardian.
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
You the last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
You'd like me to get the hot up here? I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
You gotta leave.
Okay, so you could hear that time. I'm going to play it again for you because you didn't hear it the first time. So again, it sounds like Ben Jacobs is asking some question about healthcare. Allegedly, that's Gianforte's voice. Allegedly, that's Gianforte getting really angry and body slamming him. And allegedly, that's Gianforte's voice saying, you know, you guys do this every time. Now, when I say allegedly, I don't think this is like fake audio or something. What I'm saying is I don't know Gianforte's voice that well. But the charge is that that's Gianforte's voice who's saying that stuff, and that that's Gianforte who body slammed him. Again, we got to be careful here. This isn't video. It's just audio. So I'm going to play this again for you so you can hear it. So hold on one second. I'm going to play it again right now.
Into the CBO score, because you know you were waiting to make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what you thought
We'll
about
talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have
Okay,
the
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last guy that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the Guardian.
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
You the last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
You'd like me to get the hot up here? I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
You gotta leave.
Wow. Well, I will say this: if that really happened, if that really was, oops, sorry, let me go back to me for a second. I'm sorry. If that really was what it sounded like, have to imagine that'll not help Gianforte tomorrow in the election. Now, interesting question though. Let's suppose it's true. Suppose it's true that that's what happened. Suppose it's true that Gianforte body slammed the guy. I guess a question that comes up in my mind is, I'm sure that would cost him votes. Would it cost him enough to lose? Because let's say he was like 10 points ahead, like, I would presume it would cost him enough to lose, but I don't, what are his supporters like? Are there people who maybe see that, like Trump supporters who weren't going to vote for Gianforte and see that and they're like, the media was bothering him. So I'm going to vote for him now, and I wasn't going to before. I mean, I would think conventional wisdom is that if that's really what happened, and he really did body slam Ben Jacobs, not who wasn't, if Ben Jacobs wasn't like putting his hands on Greg Gianforte and he body slammed him, the conventional wisdom would be that would cost him the election. But there's a lot of questions here, and again, I want to hear some statement from the Gianforte campaign about this. Maybe they'll come out with a statement that says, hey, it was the bodyguard who body slammed him, or it was two people or something. I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions too fast here. I'm going to play that audio one more time. So this is the audio that the Guardian reporter is releasing of another Guardian reporter, Ben Jacobs, supposedly being body slammed by Greg Gianforte, the Republican candidate in Montana. This was a campaign event, and the reporter was asking a question or some questions of Greg Gianforte. And let me also say, I don't want to editorialize too much, but I don't ever approve of violence against a reporter, even if they're being kind of annoying, as long as they're not physically threatening someone. So I just want to get that clear out here, regardless of what actually happened here, which I don't actually know. So, all right, let me play this video one more time for you. Here's the video of supposedly what happened with Greg Gianforte and Ben Jacobs. Here we go.
The CBO score. Into the CBO score, because you were waiting to make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill, and it just came out. And what
We'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious.
Speak with Shane.
But you don't.
Tired of you guys. The last guy that came here, you did the same thing. That came here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. The last guy did the same thing. You just broke me. Yes. The last guy did the same. The last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
You'd like me to get the hot up here, I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
You gotta leave.
I'm sorry, folks. I had my mic on. You might have been hearing that twice. At the risk of overkill, I'm going to play it one last time because I think you were hearing two things probably there. So let me play it again without my mic on, and you can hear it one more time.
Score, because you were waiting to into the CBO score, because you were waiting to make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill, and it just came out. And what you thought
we'll
about
talk
it.
to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have the act
Speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last guy that came here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the Guardian.
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
The last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
You'd like me to get the hot up here, I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
You gotta leave.
Okay. Now that we've heard that audio a bunch of times, and I'm sure you'll be hearing it a million times more for the next day and probably months and maybe longer if it really was Gianforte. Let me look and see if there's any more news out here. So we got you that audio. We did get you that. Let me see what else is going on here. So this is obviously a big story, and you can see here, NBC Nightly News already has their big tweet about it. Guardian reporter, Montana GOP U.S. House candidate Greg Gianforte just body slammed me. Okay. See what else we can get for you. Oh, and MSNBC is, I'll show you this. I won't play the audio. but I'll just show you that MSNBC, they're showing the audio. So they're showing you what we just showed you. We are on it. We are on it. By the way, let me just say, as you know, I just showed MSNBC and showed you that we were giving you this coverage too. You could watch it here instead of MSNBC. If you do enjoy our coverage of breaking news and like not having to watch MSNBC and other news channels on TV for this news coverage, please consider donating because we rely on your donations to stay on the air. We are viewer supported. The mass of our operating budget comes from viewer donations. So if you would like to donate, we would incredibly appreciate it, and any amount is welcome. Easiest way to donate is go to rsbn.tv/donate. That's rsbn.tv/donate. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can click the chat in the chat room. At the bottom of the chat room, there's a $sign, and you can click on the $sign at the bottom of the chat room. And then your name will pop up, and I can say thank you on the air. Thank you to the moderators for moderating the chat room, by the way. Much appreciated. Okay, let's see if there's some more news here. You know what? Before we get to see if there's more news, what I would like to do is I want to get to your comments and see if you guys have sent in any comments. Again, if you want to send any comments, I'm happy to read them on the air. You can reach me at Lookner on Twitter, at LOOKNER. You can email at me at the address on there too, on the screen. Let me check here. Sorry, I have not gotten your comments yet. Just have been trying to catch up on the events that are going on This is one of the crazier stories I've heard in a long time. Pretty nuts. If this actually cost him the election, it's so crazy in so many ways. Hold on. We got an update here. There's an update. There is an update. Okay, let me show you this. So John Bresnahan, let me get this on the screen better. Can I get this better? Why can't I do this? Hold on. You'll see it in a second here. John Bresnahan says, this statement doesn't mash up with the Jacobs audio. So this is Gianforte's statement. Okay, we have Gianforte's statement. This was just posted by John Bresnahan. Let me get this up on the screen for you. I'm going to blow this up a little bit because it's so small. Can I make this bigger? Hold on. Hold on, folks. There we go. That's better. All right, I'm going to read it along with me, shall we? Release Gianforte campaign statement. Bozeman, Montana. Tonight, as Greg was giving a separate interview in a private office, the Guardian's Ben Jacobs entered the office without permission, aggressively shoved a recorder in Greg's face, and began asking badgering questions. Jacobs was asked to leave. After asking Jacobs to lower the recorder, Jacobs declined. Greg then attempted to grab the phone that was pushed in his face. Jacobs grabbed Greg's wrist and spun away from Greg, pushing them both to the ground. It's unfortunate that this aggressive behavior from a liberal journalist created the scene at our campaign volunteer barbecue. From Shane Scanlon, spokesperson for Greg from Montana. Okay, I'm going to read this again, but so my thoughts here is, it sounds like they're claiming there was some kind of struggle and it wasn't a body slam, which could be true. Now, I will say this. For all the parties involved, given that they're making police statements, I would think there's very good motivation for them to tell the truth about this. Because if they lie and it's found out, then they will be accused of making false statements to the police, which I'm sure is I'm not sure, I'm guessing is a felony. So it's very odd that we have these different stories, but as we said before, it could have been some combination of the two. But let's read Gianforte's statement again. This is Gianforte's statement. Tonight, as Greg was giving a separate interview in a private office, the Guardian's Ben Jacobs entered the office without permission, aggressively shoved a recorder in Greg's face, and began asking badgering questions. Jacobs was asked to leave. After asking Jacobs to lower the recorder, Jacobs declined. Greg then attempted to grab the phone that was pushed in his face. Jacobs grabbed. So let me read the sentence again. Greg then attempted to grab the phone that was pushed in his face. Jacobs grabbed Greg's wrist and spun away from Greg, pushing them both to the ground. It's unfortunate that this aggressive behavior from a liberal journalist created this scene at our campaign volunteer barbecue. Okay, let's see, I'm trying to figure out what happened here. Let's see, here's my phone. Let's say this phone is a recorder. So I'm Gianforte. So the idea is that the phone is, somebody's holding a phone in front of my face, and then it says, Greg attempted to grab the phone. So I'm Greg and I attempt to grab it. And then Jacobs grabs his wrist, So there's another hand that comes in and grabs this hand, and then they struggle for the phone, and then they push both to the ground. And it says Jacobs pushed both to the ground. So it looks like what they're saying, the campaign is saying, is that that Ben Jacobs had his recorder in front of Gianforte's face. Gianforte tried to grab the phone. They struggled over the phone, and then they pushed both to the ground. Now, I will say this. It doesn't sound unreasonable to me that could have happened, and in happening, Gianforte lands on top of Ben Jacobs and breaks his glasses. Was it a body slam? I don't know. I mean, I sort of want to go back and see what Ben Jacobs was reporting about the Michelle Fields thing, because I do know there were people reporting that, like, Michelle Fields, this was back in the Trump campaign, where there were all these accusations that, even from people who were there, that, like, Corey Lewandowski body slammed Michelle Fields, and then you watch the actual video, and it's like, no, he barely, like, did anything to her. So one man's body slam could be another man's, we were grabbing for the same phone, and we kind of tumbled over each other. So who knows what's right here? The problem is, though, you're going to have one side versus the other, I'm guessing. And also the problem is, if you listen to that audio, Gianforte, if that's his voice, is so angry in the audio, I think the average person will say, oh, well, Gianforte must have body slammed him because Gianforte is so crazy angry in the audio. So if in the audio you heard the body slam sound and Gianforte said, like really calmly, like, sir, we asked you to leave, can you please leave? Then I think the average person listening might be like, oh, I guess maybe he didn't body slam him. So all I'm saying, regardless of what actually happened, which we might actually never know, regardless of what actually happened, a big factor here is how will the general public in Montana take this? And I do think it might be bad for Gianforte that he's so angry in that audio after the body slam. I wonder if I can just play the part of the video. I'm going to see if I can find that video and play the part of it right after the body slam. Also, I will say this. As John Bresnahan noted, there's a bit of difference between this statement and the audio. So the statement says, after asking Jacobs to lower the recorder, and we didn't hear that in the audio. That doesn't mean it didn't happen, but we didn't hear it in the audio. Okay, sorry, let me go back to me. All right, let me see what I can find here. Sorry, all this stuff going on here. All right, I'm going to call up this audio again. Let me play the audio here. All right, I'm going to play the audio for you, and I'm going to start it a little late. So I just want to hear, just hear the body slam and then how angry Greg Gianforte is after, if that's indeed his voice. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to play this right now. Here's the audio, by the way. I'll go to it here. Whoop.
Okay, speak with Shane, please.
Speak
with Shane.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last time you came here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. You came here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the last time I did the same thing. You was the guardian? Yes. The last time I did the same thing. You was the guardian? Yes. All
right, so as you can hear, right after that, whatever falling or whatever, Gianforte, if that's him, sounds pretty angry, and that's what I was talking about. So, okay, I want to get your comments in a second. Let me just, before I go to your comments, I just want to make sure there's nothing, sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. I want to make sure there's nothing really breaking here in the last couple of minutes. Let's see. Okay, let me, now something I will say, this bothers me a bit. Okay? This is from Julie Davis, and she is from covering the White House for the New York Times. So this is the kind of stuff that really bothers me. So she tweets out, this is astonishing. Questions about CBO score of health bill, GOP congressional candidate assaults reporter. Now, this very well might have happened, but I don't think Julie Davis was there. I haven't seen any video of it. The campaign said that they kind of fought for a phone and tumbled into each other and tumbled down together. So to just say categorically GOP congressional candidate assaults reporter. It's bad journalism. And this is, if you're a journalist for the New York Times, you should not be tweeting out this as categorically true. It's very easy for you to tweet out, allegedly assaults reporter, or seems like this happened according to the audio, but she just tweets it out. GOP congressional candidate assaults reporter, and it just drives me crazy. This is a person for the New York Times. This isn't the school paper, it's the New York Times. So it drives me nuts. Oh, awful. Anyways, sorry, let me go back here. Let me get back to you. Let me just see if there are any comments here from you guys. Okay, I am looking down here. More messages from you. If you'd like to message me, go to @Lookner on Twitter. That's the best place to reach me, @Lookner on Twitter. Justice for Seth writes, we don't know what reporter did to cause the scuffle, need video. Thank you, Justice for Seth, for your input. Let's see. I stand with Trump. You sent me a tweet that said, yeah, Ben Jacobs, you should have done your research before shooting off your mouth. Hold on, let me see what this link here is that I just got sent by I Stand With Trump. I'm so confused. I got sent a tweet and I'm a little confused. It says it's right there in his Wikipedia. Oh, somebody I think changed the Wikipedia to like say he's a wrestler. It's like a joke or something. Okay, I don't think it was actually in the Wikipedia before tonight. Sorry, I was just checking out that link somebody sent me and making sure it wasn't something super important news-wise. Okay, let me make sure I'm caught up here with all your comments. Let me check your emails too. Okay, I think I am caught up. So we are covering this news here. It's pretty crazy. And once again, the news is that it's being alleged tonight that Greg Gianforte, who is the Republican candidate in the special election to replace Ryan Zinke in Congress, because Ryan Zinke's seat was vacated in Montana. That special election is tomorrow. So this is a House seat that's up for grabs tomorrow. Greg Gianforte is accused of body slamming a reporter tonight. The Gianforte campaign says that there was a scuffle. What happened is the reporter stuck the microphone in Gianforte's face. The reporter was not supposed to be in the room. Another interview was going on. Gianforte grabbed for the phone. There was a struggle between Gianforte and the reporter, Ben Jacobs, and they tumbled to the ground, and that's what happened. That's according to the Gianforte campaign. All right, let's see what else we can find here. Gosh, so crazy. And again, if it turns out, I don't even want to say if it turns out that this is true, because we very well might not know by tomorrow what really happened. We might not ever know. The real important thing now is how do voters in Montana take this? Is Gianforte going to make a statement tonight? You'd like to think that Gianforte is going to come out in public and say something. He was at a campaign event. He left without speaking. It would seem he's got to say something on camera, doesn't he, if he wants to still win? I don't know. I also want to say, as I said before, Ben Jacobs is very, 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 very anti-Trump. Not to say that's a reason to not believe what he said, but you know, who knows? You factor that information in as you will. All I know is the audio evidence, and I've heard two different stories, and I don't think either side really has a motivation to lie about this, a big motivation. I don't think you want to lie to the police about something like this. But as we saw with Michelle Fields, that story, I think it's a good thing to remember. As we saw with that Michelle Fields, Corey Lewandowski incident, before there was video out, there were so many people claiming, reporters who worked for real publications saying, Lewandowski manhandled her. That was the word. Lewandowski manhandled her. And to me, if you watch the actual video, it was not that bad at all. And so it was just overblown. So, you know, also, I'll tell you what, something might be smart for Gianforte to do. Come out and say, look, mainstream media hates Donald Trump. They hate Republicans. What this is like the ultimate version. What you're seeing tonight is the ultimate version of the mainstream media trying to harm Republicans with fake news. And Gianforte could even call up Ben Jacobs' post for Twitter, his anti-Trump post, and be like, look at the person who's making these accusations. Look at what they've tweeted on Twitter. And so I think Gianforte, if he really didn't body slam him and he wants to win, he should maybe do something like that. Got to say something, I would think. That's just my opinion. Maybe you think differently. If you want, message me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. Let me know what you think. We got another couple tweets from Alexis Levinson, let's say. So she says, by the way, this went down at a meet and greet for Greg Gianforte. And, all right. I'm just looking for some more updates here. I'll show them to you when I can get them. What a nutty story. I would assume that all the major networks are covering this. Let me just take a peek and turn my TV on and just take a quick peek here. Yeah, so every network is going crazy. And this is like catnip for CNN and MSNBC because it's a way for them to say something bad about a Republican candidate and to present bad news about a Republican candidate. Now, I'm guessing Fox is covering it too. No, it's funny, but Fox is not covering this. I would think Fox would. I mean, Fox probably mentioned it, but Fox is not covering this as I could see makes sense. And wall-to-wall coverage on CNN and MSNBC, I bet. Let's see. I'll leave it on CNN on MSNBC, but I'm sure there is. Okay, can we find any actual more news? And once again, we don't know exactly what happened, and we're seeing a lot of tweets like this. So here's a tweet from a guy, Michael Weiss. Here's a tweet from Michael Weiss, who I think knows a lot about like terrorism and stuff, but also he's very anti-Trump. And I'll show you this tweet from him. He says, so now politicians can body slam journalists who ask unpleasant questions. So he's a CNN, I think he's full-time at CNN, at least he's a regular contributor who's on like their paid, he's on there all the time, so he's like one of their experts. He sees nothing wrong as a professional journalist with categorically saying this guy got body slammed by Gianforte when there's no video out of it and there's competing accounts. So these are journalists, these are professional journalists, and they see no problem with just stating something they cannot actually know for a fact. And I'm fine with them saying allegedly, or it sounds like, but don't just state it categorically. There's your fake news. There's your fake news. Hey, MSNBC is not covering it. They're covering Russian officials discussed something about Trump. I'm surprised MSNBC isn't going as crazy over this. I will say, though, it's possible that they feel America at large was not aware of this election tomorrow. But, this election was going to be a big deal because I think the people on the left were hoping, like, this election will show that President Trump is not liked and the Democrat will win a previously Republican seat. Anyways. So let me come back to me, sorry, and I'm going to see if we can get a little more news here. Again, thank you to the moderators for moderating the chat. Much appreciated. Hello to everybody watching on Facebook. Hello to everybody watching on YouTube. You can feel free to, if you like this kind of video, subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to Right Side Broadcasting and hit the notifications bell when you subscribe, and that way you'll get a notification whenever we go live with a video like this. Also on Twitter, we are at RSB Network, and you can follow me on Twitter if you like breaking news. I tweet out about breaking news all the time at Lookner, at Lookner. And I should also add, again, if you enjoy having coverage like this and not having to watch the mainstream media, please consider donating. We'd really appreciate it because we can't stay on the air without your support. Your donations support us and let us stay on the air. So if you want to donate, you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate, or click on the $ at the bottom of the chat room on YouTube. Let's see if we can get any more news here. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of like liberal people or people who don't like Trump tweeting support of Ben Jacobs, and a lot of journalists, and maybe Ben Jacobs is telling the truth. So Nick Confessor says, Ben Jacobs is a great reporter and he's about 100 pounds soaking wet. Just for context, when a candidate suggests Ben was being aggressive. Now, I wasn't in the room. This is a little odd because it says he's a great reporter and he doesn't weigh a lot. But that information itself doesn't mean that he couldn't have been aggressive. Now, maybe he wasn't aggressive. We didn't seem to be hearing aggressiveness on the audio, but I wasn't there. So, anyways, let's see what else. Just giving you a sampling of what we're seeing tonight on Twitter. Just looking for some more. Let's see. Again, here. So all these journalists, all of these prominent journalists are tweeting out who weren't there, are just tweeting out as if they know exactly what happened. So here's Olivia Nuzzi, who also hates Trump. She says, takes a real pro to get assaulted, and then a second later to ask for the names of those in attendance, recorder still running. Now, she just tweets out that she's sure he got assaulted. Again, maybe he did, but if you weren't there at this point, you don't know for sure. And if you're a prominent journalist, don't just tweet it out as if you know 100% what happened. Ugh. Ugh. Unbelievable. Let's see, is there more updates here? Oh, I see a few more tweets. Let's see. Let's see if I can find anything else besides reporters who don't like Trump complaining about the assault that they don't know 100%, that they're not 100% sure happened. Now, I will say this. So this is a reporter for the Daily Caller. And the Daily Caller, isn't that Tucker Carlson's site? Am I wrong about this? Let me look this up. Let me look this up. Daily Caller. It was founded by Tucker Carlson. And so Caitlin Collins from the Daily Caller says this. Hold on. What kind of person has that reaction to a question about the CBO score, honestly? So I do agree. Look, I wasn't there, but I do agree there's definitely a question here, because if you do listen to the audio, as we heard, it doesn't sound, the questions don't sound so provocative, and they were asked in a calm voice. So from the audio itself, it's not clear what would cause that reaction. Now, you don't know, was the reporter holding the phone in a certain way in the guy's face? Is this something, has this been a long kind of brewing thing between The Guardian and between Gianforte? I will say this, hold on, I'm just checking real quick to see what coverage of this there is. So I will say this, if you're Gianforte, no matter what happens in that room, I think at this point, the day before the election, you really want to go out of your way to not touch anyone or even get into anything that can look like any kind of assault. So this does seem kind of problematic. And also that audio is going to be problematic for Gianforte. So to me, if you ask me, if you ask for my opinion now, I don't know. I have to think. There's the primary part of me wants to say this is definitely going to hurt him in the election, but I don't know. I don't know what Montana people are like, and I don't know what his supporters are like, and maybe his supporters rally around him. It's just hard to say. It's hard to say at this point. Was he really relying on people on the fence, or was it about getting your own turnout? So, again, conventional wisdom says this hurts him, but and by the way, we are already scheduled to cover this election tomorrow night here, starting at 8 p.m. Oh, I think it's 9 Eastern. I tweeted about it. I think it's 9 Eastern tomorrow. It's posted on our site at Right Side Broadcasting. Go to Right Side Broadcasting on YouTube, and you can see the actual event, and you can see what time it's posted at. Oh, heck, I'll just look it up myself. Why not? Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second here, real quick. It is at 9 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. Hold on, and I just got to call up. I want to make sure of something real quick here before I get back to covering this and get some more updates here on it. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is I need like a minute break, but I'm also going to play the audio for you again while I take my break. How does that sound like a plan, folks? How does that sound? So hang out for 1 second while I call this audio up. Sorry. Hang out for 1 second while I call this audio up here. Let me find it again. And then I will take a quick break. And I will come right back. So don't go anywhere. Hold on, I think that's it.
The CBO score.
Let's see. Let me go to it. Okay, so I am not going away. I'm going to play this for a second. Or hold on. Let me get it in your screen there. Oops. Sorry, folks. Okay, all right. I'm going to play this now. It'll probably end before I come back, but give me an extra 30 seconds or a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay, be right back. Enjoy the audio again as it plays again. Sorry, as it plays again, so you can hear it for the 5th time. Excuse me. I'll be right back.
To the CBO score, because you know you were waiting to make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what
Yeah,
you
and
thought
we'll
about
talk
it.
to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have
Okay,
the
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last guy that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the guardian.
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
The last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
You'd like me to get the hell out of here, I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
You gotta leave.
I am back. Okay, hope you enjoyed hearing that audio again. All right, so I'm going to see if there are any more comments from you guys. Do a quick news check here, see if there's any more updates about this. If you want to have your comment, if you want to send a comment in, I'll be happy to read it on the air. At Lookner on Twitter is the best place to reach me, at Lookner. Gianforte, Justice for Seth says, Gianforte said the last reporter with The Guardian did the same thing. Makes me believe Gianforte. Should be plenty of witnesses. Reporters should be charged with trespassing and assault. So thank you, Justice for Seth. So, there is that part of the audio, I agree, Justice for Seth, where that could be important, where Gianforte says, hey, are you from The Guardian? And says something like, the reporter, The Guardian did this last time. And, we did hear a report from the Gianforte campaign. They claim it was a private interview in a private room. So, if this is a repeated thing that they've been doing a bunch, does this change things? I don't know. I would really like to hear something from Gianforte on camera. I think it's probably smart for him to do that tonight at some point. We'll see if we do. Sorry, let me just go here. And, but thank you, Justice for Seth, for writing in. Sorry, let me get a little organized here. Okay, I think I have another message here. Nope, I'm all caught up on your messages. Let me just make sure I'm caught up on your email as well. So many things going on here. We got a message here. This is from Louis Saint Singh. And Lewis writes in, I think that reporter is stretching the truth quite a bit. Go Greg. So Lewis, you're trusting Greg Gianforte's story as opposed to Ben Jacobs' story. Oh, and we have another message here. This is from, I think, Greg Jackson. Let me see. Greg Jackson says, his composure and tone of voice don't at all sound like he was just body slammed. That's interesting. That's a very interesting point, Greg. You know what? I hadn't thought of that. So you hear this very loud crash, but then he just says something like, you just body slammed me. Let's listen to that again. And Greg, what you're saying is hey, if you were really body slammed, would you sound like as calm as Ben Jacobs did? All right, hold on. I want to call this up here. I need to open this video. Hold on. I want to get this video on a different page. Give me one sec, guys. I'm just doing this in a way that makes it easier because I keep having to open up this video and I keep... oops. Sorry. Don't play. Sorry, if it just played, I apologize. Hold on. All right. I'm going to mute so I can listen along with you. So what we're listening for now is Greg Jackson said, hey, after the body slam, doesn't he sound kind of calm for somebody who's just body slammed? So let's listen through that part. All right, hold on. Let's listen.
Talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have
Okay,
the act
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last guy that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the guardian.
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
You, the last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
Okay, so that was right after, that was the body slam and hearing the voice after. Now, I will say, right after, it sounded like it might have been Ben Jacobs who said like, Jesus Christ or something. And so there was some kind of exclamation there that might have been an exclamation of pain. And it took a little while for Ben Jacobs to say calmly, you just broke my glasses. So we could interpret that a lot of different ways. Ben, you think that suggests he wasn't body slammed that hard? Sorry, Ben. Greg, you think that. I respect your opinion. So if you out there have a different opinion on this, feel free to write me and let me know what you think about this. Could you imagine what the TV coverage in Montana is like? Hold on, I want to see if I can find. I wonder if I can find local streaming news of Montana. So give me a second here. This will be kind of funny. Let's see. Are they running breaking news on this? How could they not? All right, that's not it. Hold on. If you have a link about this that you think is interesting, feel free to send it to me on Twitter at Lookner. How did not all the Montana local stations not have just like, this is like the biggest story in Montana in like the last 30 years. No one's running live video of this. How are they not all going with live video of this story? It is shocking to me. Hold on. Now I'll check Fox in Montana. Fine. Gosh, this is disappointing. There's not even this. It's just like it's not even like live video. How disappointing. I have one more shot here. Montana, you are not covering the news as you should be on local TV, my friends. All right, here's one that says update, but there's no video. If you're not going to go live for this from Montana on TV, then what are you going to go live for? All right, well, that's highly disappointing. I really thought I'd find a local station in Montana reporting on this. Okay, let me see what we have new here for you. See, this is why I like Jamie Dupree. I follow this guy Jamie Dupree on Twitter, and like Jamie Dupree, he doesn't draw 100% conclusions about what happened. He wasn't in the room. He just says, he links the story and he says, I'm sick and tired of you guys, which is a quote from the audio. So Jamie Dupree isn't out there saying like, he definitely got assaulted, because he's not 100% sure. So good job, Jamie Dupree. Way to show some restraint. Way to show some professionalism. Trying to find more. Now here's a comment from. This is a Washington Post writer. Now this is a Washington Post writer, but I understand the view of this person. They're making a general point. Now here's the point. Now maybe you disagree, but here's the point. Dave Weigel says being a congressman means reporters shoving recorders in your face to ask about policy. If you can't handle it, don't run. So. One thing Dave Weigel is saying is he's not saying here that the reporter didn't do anything wrong. The general point Dave Weigel is making is like, look, you're going to face difficult interactions and perhaps very annoying interactions from reporters. If you're going to be a congressperson, you have to control yourself. And whatever happened tonight, assuming it's some form of Ben Jacobs asking him stuff and them getting in some sort of tussle or falling down or whatever, whether it's a body slam or they fell down together. The point is this is not good for Gianforte, and if what you ideally want to do with your Gianforte is not have this kind of thing happen, and I think that's part of just a skill that you have to have as somebody who does this job, that being a congressperson, as Dave Weigel says, is like, just no matter what anybody does to you, don't react like in this kind of way, because you once something like this happens, you can lose control of the story, and you might be getting tons of negative press about this, and he very well might be. I will say it is interesting to me, though, that we're not seeing like crazy breaking news in Montana about this. Do people in Montana, are they watching CNN and Fox and like MSNBC, or is this maybe a little less important to them than it would be to like people around the country? So I don't know. It's a great question to me. How much does this affect the election in Montana? I have no idea. I'd love to know. Tony Baloney writes me this comment. He says, Gianforte for press secretary. That's from Tony Baloney. Thanks, Tony, for writing in. Okay, we're going to stay on a little while longer here. Let's see. Hold on. I'm not going to... we have this... Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you what I just saw. Gallatin County Sheriff Brian Gutkin will hold a press conference in 54 minutes. I think we're going to be off the air at that point, so I'm sure it'll be on TV and whatever. I have some stuff I need to do tonight, and so I cannot stay on the air for like 3 straight hours about this story, as sad as that is. But just so you know, that is happening. Let's see what else is happening. So we'll look forward to hear what the sheriff says. Let me just check something really quick here. Oh, I got a message from Amanda Maccabee. Amanda Maccabee says, "Hi Steve, you're doing an amazing job, but my question is, why did that guy body slam Greg?" Hashtag MAGA. Thank you, Amanda Maccabee, for writing in. I'm actually surprised I'm not seeing more people tweeting about this. I mean, this could swing the actual congressional race tomorrow. That's supposed to be tomorrow, by the way. Let's see, what is this here? All right. So, anyways, the sheriff is going to give in about 52 minutes. The sheriff's going to give a press briefing. I would encourage you to watch that. I don't think we're going to be on the air at that point. I'm going to get off the air in a few minutes here. We're going to cover the election tomorrow night. So join us for the election coverage tomorrow night of this election, this very election. We can see what actually happens. And before we get off, if you have any last comments you'd like to make, write to me at Lookner on Twitter, at LOOKNER. Also, again, feel free to follow me if you enjoy breaking news coverage, and follow Right Side Broadcasting at RSB Network. If you're on Facebook, I forgot to say this before. I was going to say, please share this video on Facebook. When you share the video, that really helps us out because it lets more people know about Right Side Broadcasting. Also, if you're on Facebook, or even if you're not on Facebook right now, follow and like us on Facebook, and you can get our updates from Facebook. And I'll say it one more time, please consider donating to us if you like our programming, because we can't stay on the air without your support. We really can't. So if we don't get enough donations, we go off the air. So you can donate by going to. By the way, I'm sorry. My tie is purple. I'm reminding myself I need to white balance this camera. I look a little odd, I think, blue-wise. Although the background looks nice. I got to do this. I should even... Hold on a second. I wonder if I can do this right as we speak. I look so weird right now. Let's see if I can... Can I white balance as we speak? Well, unfortunately, I'm not seeing it here. I just noticed that my tie looked blue when it's actually purple. So I apologize. I'm a little blue looking tonight, folks. I'll figure this out as soon as I get off the air. I'll figure out how to fix this. I meant to do it and I forgot. Anyways, hope you like our new background, by the way. We like it. Hope you like it too. So I was going to say, if you want to donate, because we can't stay on the air without your support, please consider donating. Go to rsbn.tv/donate. That's rsbn.tv/donate. Even a small donation really, really helps us. Or you can go to the chat room in YouTube, click on the $ in the chat room, at the bottom of the chat room on YouTube. Or if you want to get free right side stuff in exchange for making a monthly donation, go to our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/RSPN. Patreon is Patreon. Okay, I'm going to do my final kind of check. JC says, you heard from Ernie Hurd, Billings Gazette has a full transcript. Let me look up the Billings Gazette. I'm looking at it. Okay, I'm looking. Oh, okay. So I'm going to show this, and this is just a transcript of the video, but I'll show it. We heard this on the video, so this will be a helpful little thing to go, a helpful little way to go over some stuff here. Ooh, that's not really showing right. Oh, it's. Can I do this? That's a little odd. Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to show this. This web page is a little funky. All right, so the web page is a little cut off, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. So you can see the dialogue there. I apologize. The web page is a little cut off on the left, and it's technical reasons, but I can read you the dialogue. Oh, and Roger Vega says, Roger Vega just gave $5 and says, play it again for Jacqueline O. All right, let's play the video. Let's play the audio again, okay? For $5, I'll play the audio again. Thank you, Roger. Here we go. Here's the audio.
The CBO score, as you know, you were waiting to the CBO score, as you know, you were waiting to make your decision about health care.
We'll talk to you about that.
Just come out. Yeah, but
We'll talk to you about that. Speak with Shane, too. Speak with Shane.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last time you came here, you did the same thing. The last time you came here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The same thing. You were the party.
Yes,
the last guy did the same thing. The last guy did the same damn thing. The last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of
You'd
here.
like me to get the hot up here, I'd also like to call the police. You'd like me to get the hot up here, I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names? Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
Wow.
You gotta leave.
The CBOs. Into the CBOs.
Oops, there you go. Oh wait, did I have to do? Oh crap! You guys are hearing feedback. Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought I muted the mic. Was there like crazy feedback loop on that? I'm sorry. How about this? I will play it. If somebody donates, I'll play it one more time, and I will play it with my mic muted. So I apologize for that. It looks like you guys heard it though, because you weren't complaining about the feedback. So I'm sorry, but I will play it one more time if anyone wants to donate. Even if somebody donates $1, I'll play it one more time. So that's my pitch to you guys. All right, let me see here. I got a couple messages. Jacqueline O says, could you please put that footage on a loop? It gets funnier every time, or at least just play it once more for us. LOL. Thank you, Steve. Love you. Well, because Roger donated, you got to hear it one more time. And the offer is standing offer. Even if somebody donates $1, I'll play it. I'll play it again. Ernie Hurd wanted me to have this link. Jude, thank you for sending me the link from the paper from Billings Gazette. I actually called it up on the screen, so thank you, Jude, for sending that, and thank you, Ernie Hurd, for sending it too. Look, I see people wanting me to play it again. No one's willing to donate even $1 to hear it again. No one. No one out there is willing to do it. Come on, I'm trying to keep us on the air. I don't often have leverage with you guys, but I feel like I have a little leverage now. Somebody wants to donate like $1 to like hear this again, right? Oh, Roger. Roger took one for the team. Roger, because you took one for the team, You are going to let everybody hear it again. Okay, we're going to hear this video again. And you all owe Roger Vega a thank you for playing this again. I'm going to mute my mic. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Roger, for donating.
Into the CBO score, because you know you were waiting to make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what
Yeah,
you
and
thought
we'll
about
talk
it.
to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you
Okay,
have the
speak
action
with
right
Shane,
now.
please.
But you don't.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last guy that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the guardian.
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
You, the last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
You'd like me to get the hell out of here? I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
You gotta leave.
You got to hear it again. How about that? So now I don't even have to show you the transcript because you've heard it. I will show you Gianforte, the Gianforte response. And I will say also, hold on, let me go back to me for a second. So you just heard it a couple times. I'm guessing you don't want to hear it again. But I'm willing to play it if somebody donates. That offer is still out there. Okay, let me see if I can get the Gianforte response here up just to show you that again. Or the Gianforte statement. Hold on, I messed up here a little bit. Let me just show you, to repeat, I want to show you one more time the campaign statement from the Gianforte campaign. And they said, tonight, as Greg was giving a separate interview in a private office, the Guardian's Ben Jacobs entered the office without permission, aggressively shoved a recorder in Greg's face, and began asking badgering questions. Jacobs was asked to leave. After asking Jacobs to lower the recorder, Jacobs declined. Greg then attempted to grab the phone that was pushed in his face. Jacobs grabbed Greg's wrist and spun away from Greg, pushing them both to the ground. It's unfortunate that this aggressive behavior from a liberal journalist created the scene at our campaign volunteer barbecue. That's from a spokesperson from Gianforte. Okay, let me go back to Twitter here. Oh, it's so big. Hold on, I gotta unbig this here. I am just looking here to see if there's any more updates. Some people posting the transcript, but you know. I have the press release from the sheriff's office. Here's this. It's from the sheriff's office. It says, Gallatin County, Montana Sheriff Brian Gukin will hold a press conference tonight at 8 p.m. That's Montana time, so it's 10 p.m. Eastern. Blah, 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 blah. The Gallatin County 911 Center does not have any information that was not contained in the previous press release. Do not call them. Oh, and here's the, if you look at the bottom, hold on. Can I get this called up here? I can't get it. Anyways. The bottom of the press release says, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office is currently investigating allegations of an assault involving Greg Gianforte. We will provide a press release with more information when appropriate. The investigation is ongoing. Wow. Oops, sorry. I don't mean you see me scrolling there. Okay, so hold on a second here. Sorry, get this going. Yeah, what's happening there on? I'm looking at my Facebook. Something seems to be messed up there. Let me make sure that Facebook is okay. Yikes. Steve just gave me $2 to read this transcript. Okay, I will. Let me just make sure the Facebook video is working. I'm a little bit worried here. I hope everything is working properly. All right, it's working properly there. Let me just check on Facebook. Okay, we're all good on Facebook. $2 to read this transcript. Okay, I will. Let me just make sure the Facebook
Steve just gave me $2 to read the transcript
here. Steve, for you and your $2, I will read the transcript. I hope everything is working properly. All right, it's working properly there. Let me just check on Facebook. Okay, we're all good on Facebook. $2 to read the transcript. Okay, I will. Let me just make sure the Facebook.
Steve just gave me $2
to read the transcript. Steve, for you and your $2. Sorry, the transcript's a little cut off, but I can still read it. I hope everything is working properly. All right.
Actually, no. Let me get a better.
Let me just check on Facebook. Let me get a better version of it. $2 to read the transcript. Okay, I will. Let me just make sure the Facebook.
Steve donated to hear it, so I want to do it right.
Steve, for you and your $2. Sorry, the transcript's a little cut off, but I can still read it. I hope everything is working properly. All right.
Actually, no. Let me get a better.
Let me just check on Facebook. Let me get a better version of it. $2 to read the transcript. Okay, I will. Let me just make sure the Facebook.
Steve donated to hear it, so I want to do it right.
Steve, for you and your $2. Sorry, the transcript's a little cut off, but I can still read it.
Somebody's saying audio is working
properly. All right.
My audio is looping. Hold on a second.
Let me just check on Facebook. Let me get a better version of it. $2 to read the transcript. Okay, I will. Let me just make sure the Facebook.
Steve donated to hear it, so I want to do it right.
Steve, for you and your $2. Sorry, the transcript's a little cut off, but I can still read it.
So I'm hearing my audio is looping. My audio is looping.
Hold on a second. Let me just check on Facebook. Let me get a better version of it. $2 to read the transcript. Okay, I will. Let me just make sure.
Let me just check with Jake.
Steve donated to hear it, so I want to do it right. Steve, for you and your $2. Sorry, the transcript's a little cut off, but I can still read it.
So I'm hearing my audio is looping. My audio is looping.
Hold on a second. Let me just check on Facebook. Let me get a better version of it. $2 to read the transcript.
I might have to refresh the signal. Hold on.
Check with Jake.
1 second.
So I want to do it right. Steve, for you and your $2. Sorry, the transcript's a little cut off, but I can still read it.
So I'm hearing my audio is looping.
I'm going to refresh the stream. Hold on a second. Let me just check on Facebook. Let me get a better version of it. $2 right. Steve,
I just refreshed the stream.
Let's see if that works.
So I'm hearing my audio is looping.
I'm going to refresh the stream. Hold on a second. Let me just check on Facebook. Let me get a better version of it. I might have to refresh the signal. Hold on. Check with Jake. 1 second. No, I want to do it right. Steve, I just.
Oh, and JC gave $5. Thank you, JC.
So I'm hearing my audio is looping.
So I'm hoping that fixed the problem. I'm trying to fix this audio problem here. I know there's an audio issue. It's looping.
I might have to refresh the signal. Hold on. Check with Jake. 1 second. No, I want to do it right. Steve, I just.
Oh, and JC gave $5. Thank you, JC.
So I'm hearing my audio is
Why would
looping.
I? Jake is helping me. I'm on the phone with Jake. He's helping me here. Trying to.
I know there's an audio issue.
Figure out what happened.
I might have to refresh the signal. Hold on. Check with Jake. 1 second. No, I want to do it right. Steve.
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
JC gave $5. Thank you, JC.
I got it. Okay, Alan Reicher gave $2. The audio is better now. I know what happened. What happened is I had a window open playing the audio on this computer, and you were hearing double audio for a while. I totally apologize. That was my fault. Yeah, that was totally my fault. So I think it should be better now, the audio. And, okay, we're good now. I apologize. Sorry for the double audio. Okay, so there were a couple donations that I want to give a shout out to. Alan Reicher gave $2. Thank you, Jake. Thank you for your help. That was Jake Seals who fixed that one. Thank you, Jake. Alan Reicher gave $2. Thank you. And JC gave $5. Thank you guys both. So hold on a second. I will say this. I'll say this. The press conference is supposed to be in 37 minutes. If people keep donating, I might be able to be convinced to stay on the air for the good of the network. There was a request to read the transcript, and somebody made a donation. I think it was Steve, and so I owe you that transcript. But let me just get it here and call it up. If I can. Here we go. We found it. I found it. Well, almost. There it is. Wait. Let me adjust it to get it on the screen. Okay, I think we're good. Here's the transcript right there. Jacobs, the CBO score, because you know, you've been waiting to make your decision about health care. Sorry, I gotta read it a little more calmly like he was reading it. The CBO score, because you know, you've been waiting to make your decision about health care until you saw the bill, and it just came out. Sorry, Gianforte, we'll talk about that later. Jacobs, yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious. Gianforte, okay, speak with Shane, please. Jacobs, but you gotta... That's the big sound of the loud crunching noises. And then Gianforte says, I'm sick and tired of you guys. Supposedly he says this. And Jacob says, Jesus Christ. And Gianforte says, the last guy that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Jesus. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You with the Guardian? Hold on, I'll show you. Let me get the rest up here for you. So we're at you with the Guardian. Sorry, I'll just read the last few lines. You with the Guardian, and then it goes, yes, and you just broke my glasses. The last guy did the same damn thing. You just body slammed me and broke my glasses. Get the hell out of here. You'd like me to get the hell out of here. I'd also like to call the police. Can I get your guys' names? Hey, you gotta leave. He just body slammed me. You gotta leave. So that's the transcript there. So Steve, I did it for you. I did that for you, Steve. Yeah, Tom Tall, I don't think that's quite like the clip, but I tried. Okay, we are back here. Tom the American, you sent me a copy of the Gianforte statement, which I read, so thank you. I'd read it before, but thank you, Tom the American. And thank God for Trump. Thank you, God, for Trump. You also sent me a copy of the statement from the Gianforte campaign, which I just read, so thank you. Let's see if there's any more news here. Is there any more news coming in about this? Okay. So Frank Luntz, who's from Fox, he's not a liberal guy. Here's what he just tweeted out. He says, sorry, let me get Frank Luntz down a little bit so you can see who he is. He says, they know that the audio with no asking Ben C. Jacobs to lower recorder has been released, right? So what he's referring to is in the Gianforte statement. The Gianforte statement says, as you can see, Gianforte's statement says, it's in the middle there, and it's small, but it says, after asking Jacobs to lower the recorder. But Frank Luntz is saying that it's not on the audio. That's what Frank Luntz is saying. Now maybe they said it and you just couldn't hear it, but Frank Luntz is pointing out that seems like a problem for the Gianforte campaign. I'm just looking to see if there's anything more here. All right, I do think, you know what, I do need to get off because I need to do some things, and I want to, be ready for tomorrow's. Oops! I hope you're not hearing audio from this. Hold on, let me shut off the system audio. I see some audio like auto playing. Gene Cooper gave $5 and says laugh out loud, so that means I'll play it again. I'll play it for you, Gene. Thank you for donating. Really appreciate it. Are you guys hearing audio when I have live video? Oh, I think I'm good. Okay. All right, Gene Cooper, because you made a donation, I will play this again for you. Here we go. This is because you have Gene Cooper to thank for donating. She's the reason you're going to hear this audio again. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Into the CBO score, because you know you were waiting to make your decision about healthcare until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what you thought
we'll
about
talk
it.
to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have
Okay,
the act
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
The last guy that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the guardian.
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
You, the last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
If you'd like me to get the hell out of here, I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
You gotta leave.
Wow. Okay, so does it get more fun every time you listen to that video? Anyways. All right. I'm just taking a peek here. I'm just taking a peek here at the news. Oops. I keep forgetting to go back to me. Sorry about that. You see what I was looking at. I just wanted to see, what is this tweet here? This is actually an interesting tweet. This is from Garrett Hack of MSNBC, and Garrett Hack says, just talked to a GOP strategist who basically endorsed Gianforte's statement as a political strategy. Can't apologize now. Rally the base is the only move. We'll see what happens in the election tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. Somebody says, look at the Guardian article before signing off. Look at the Guardian article. I don't know. I was at the Guardian article looking at it. It's also weird on the Guardian front page. I'm trying to find this story. It seems to be kind of buried. I'm not seeing it. Anyways. But I do know they're carrying it. Anyhow. Am I caught up here? Let me make sure I'm caught up with all your messages and everything. Let's see, did I read that one already? I think I read that one already. Okay. All right. So anyways, I think that's going to be it for our coverage tonight of this event. The news seems to have slowed down a bit. There's going to be a press briefing in about a half an hour, so feel free to watch that on any source you would like. But I appreciate you all joining us tonight. Thank you for all your donations. That was very nice of you to donate, and you got to hear the video, the audio an extra few times. Thank you for Jake with your help, especially in fixing Jake Seals fixing that problem with the audio. Much appreciated. Thank you to all the moderators, everybody out there in moderator land, moderating the chat room. Mrs. John Johnson, Real Frank, JC, I saw you all in there. Jude was in there moderating. I'll say some goodbyes to people who I saw in the chat room. So if you want to say goodbye, say it now, because we're about to get off the air. But tomorrow, join us tomorrow. We're going to cover the election tomorrow night, this election. So join us for the election results right here at Right Side Broadcasting. There's going to be a special new background for the election, by the way, a little new animated background, so you'll be able to see that just for the election. And follow me on Twitter at Lookner. Follow Right Side at RSB Network. Subscribe to us on YouTube and hit the hit the notification bell. Please do that. Like and follow us on Facebook, and feel free to donate and help keep us on the air. rsbn.tv/donate, or click the $ at the bottom of the chat room on YouTube. Okay, bye to people saying goodbye. Hold on, I want to catch you up. Amanda Maccabee, have a good one. Harold and Allison, see you later. Thanks, JC. Thank you. Sorry, it's getting a little fidgety here, the chat. There we go, that's what I wanted. Bye, Amanda. Bye, Light Switch. Bye, Tom Tall. Sorry, let me keep going. Bye, Lenny Knox, sorry. Bye, Don Dameron. Bye, B. Neal. Bye, Jason Thornton. Sorry, I'm having a little fidgety on the chat, so I'm just trying to get to see it. Bye, DW Bigley. Bye, James Wolf. Bye, N2M. Bye, Ernie. Bye, Patricia.
Peanut Cowboy, yes, we are planning on going to the rally next week. Exactly. There's a President Trump's having a rally on June 1st in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We are planning on being there. Thanks, Ernie. Brenton, if you go back on this in this video, you'll see the audio played about 6 times. Bye, Electo. Good seeing you. Good hearing from you. Bye, Lynn Jean. Thank you. Okay, that's it for tonight. For this, if there's more breaking news, we'll come on the air. Did somebody want to send in one last message? I got a parody message from the Kim Jong-un account, and that I'll show you that real quick. I get Kim Jong-un parody messages here once in a while when we're on the air. This one's a little insensitive to Asian people, but I'll show it to you anyway. And just know that I think some of them in the language is a bit insensitive. Oh, I don't know if I can call it up here. I'm having a little bit of an issue. No, I can't. I seem to I'm having some issues actually getting it here. Hold on. Can I do it this way? Can I do it this way? Now I'm just waiting to see if I can get this one tweet up. Here we go. Oh, here's how I'll do it. Here's how I'll do it. This is the message I just got from the parody Kim Jong-un account. I'll let you just read it. You can read it for yourself. So that's the parody Kim Jong-un account. He just sent me that message. Again, I do feel like it could be offensive to Asians, so I apologize if you are offended by that. But I wanted to show it to you anyway, while acknowledging that it could be offensive to Asians. Okay. Anyways, that was that. That's our coverage for tonight. Thank you for watching. We will be back tomorrow night with the election and the actual election results. We'll see what happens tonight with this. And if any big breaking news happens, we will come on again. And as we always do here at Right Side, and keep you up to date with the breaking news. For now, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night. We will see you really soon.